welcome to This Day program for this January 3rd. It's Monday and it's January 3rd, 2022 already. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a happy new year. And I'm Paul Ortiz, for those of you that don't know me. And I'm going to be filling in for Lisa Hart for the next couple of weeks. She has some time off, so we hope she's having a good time resting out there for the next couple of weeks. But we will be bringing her on the show quite often in the next couple of weeks. I'll basically be the starter. She's going to be the middle reliever, and then I'm going to come in and close the program. So that's how it's going to go the next couple of weeks. So thank you for joining us. We hope you'll stay with us for the next 25 minutes or so. We only have one meeting for today. That's going to be at 1:30 this afternoon. That is the third Maintenance and Construction Committee. They're going to be meeting in the boardroom. And you're welcome to come down here to the community center. Be sure and wear your mask indoors if you're going to be a part of that. Or you can join them virtually, or you can just watch on LagunaWoodsVillage.com/meetings, and that is the third Maintenance and Construction Committee, and they'll be meeting at 1:30 this afternoon. Well, today in our program, we're going to have Susan McInerney and Jessica Valenzuela with us today. Lisa had a chance to talk to them. Of course, Susan McInerney is in charge of our social services department here in our community. And Jessica Valenzuela, she actually is with Alzheimer's, and we're going to be talking about that very important subject that's, affecting a lot of people and a lot of families out in our community. And also, timely enough, Fit Brain Club with Sunshine Ludi and with Dan Daly. Dan Daly is with the Orange County Alzheimer's Association. And of course, Sunshine has been representing the Fit Brain Club for many months now, many years actually. And then they'll be meeting and talking about their club as well in some of the events they'll be having for the year of 2022. And then speaking of 2022, we're going to bring you some resolutions that Lisa Hart has put together. So that's going to be our program for today. Well, let's take a look outside. Looks like the weather's going to be beautiful today. We have some really nice temperatures. You can see the snow in the mountains. Good. It's going to be about 61 degrees and then 39 degrees overnight. Very chilly overnight, but very clear days. And then tomorrow it's going to start to be very similar to today. And then as the week goes on, it's going to warm up quite a bit and get into the mid-60s. Very interesting that a lot of the places throughout the country have been seeing some very strange temperatures. In Dallas yesterday, it was 44 degrees. And in Connecticut, it was like 50-something degrees. So strange temperatures out there. A lot of snow in our mountains, though. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset. Sunrise is at 6:56 a.m. That was this morning. And then our sunset is going to be at 4:55 p.m. We want to thank Alan Clark for bringing this picture. Looks like it's a nice photo, probably in the sunset time frame, almost that golden hour around 4:55 in the afternoon. So Alan, thank you very much for bringing that to us. Oh, we'll be back with more of Lisa and more of our program. Be sure and stay tuned. We're going to have Susan McInerney and Jessica Valenzuela with Social Services right after this.
How well are your hearing aids helping? Look at these recent results. No hearing aids, 36% understanding. Current hearing aids, 64% understanding. New hearing aids, 96% understanding. We never recommend a new hearing system unless we know there will be a substantial improvement. Many times, the current hearing aids you're wearing can be reprogrammed to sound like new. Call us today at Advanced Ear Care for a free understanding test and tell them Stuart sent you.
Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have Susan McInerney here with Social Services, and we have Jessica Valenzuela, who is here on behalf of Alzheimer's OC. Well, welcome both of you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you in person. It's been a while.
Long time. Yes, yes.
Now, we have been on our Zooms for the last 2 years now, and we've been talking all about social services, and you guys have done an awful lot of things, even though you haven't really seen people in person, but you've done a lot over the phone.
Right.
But I know you have an update, and we'll get to you in just a second. So go ahead and just give me an update of how it's going.
So we have mostly seen people in person up to in their homes.
Okay.
A couple of times we had to kind of, when things got rough during the pandemic, we did it by phone, but we tried. It's so hard to do what we do not in person. So we did as much as we could within the parameter of safety. But we're back. Our office is open. We're doing home visits. As we suspected, kind of post-pandemic and getting into this next wave, a little more anxiety is rising, so our need has gone up. So we've been seeing a lot more people, a lot more residents, kind of inquiring self-help techniques in terms of how do I deal with this anxiety, especially now. I think people didn't expect this to be as long as it has been.
Yeah, I know. At the very beginning, we thought, oh, it's just going to be a few months, and then, of course, it wasn't. So,
Right.
of course. Now, when you say that you visited them in their home, so you would obviously take the whatever protocol was necessary, but what were some of the things that you were dealing with? Was this grief, loss, depression, anxiety, all of the above?
All of the above, yes, yeah. I think a lot of what, that's kind of our normal everyday stuff. Pandemic stuff was more, almost akin to almost post-traumatic stress, kind of that after the fact. I think we did such a good job in the village of being safe, staying in the home, and now we're seeing the other shoe drop in terms of the residual effect of what that was like.
Yeah.
I think people do really well in a crisis, and then when a crisis is going away, then you have more of how to deal with the residual feelings.
Okay. Well, there's also still a little bit of anxiety because now we have a mask thing again, and now we have a new variant, and so there's a lot of things that I think are still of the unknown. And then, of course, if you have a particular ailment like dementia or Alzheimer's, it's an added stress to that, of
For
course.
the caregivers too.
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The good thing that we've learned, though, the people who did the best through the pandemic, and even so now, older adults have more resilience than any other age group. I don't know if it's the age or just that they've been through things before and we know what to pull from life experience, but older adults have done phenomenally well.
Wow. Well, then there's a lot to say about that, and we can probably learn from that as well. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, Jessica, you are with Alzheimer's OC, so just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I got to join Alzheimer's Orange County in July, and I've been here at the village since October. Okay. Alzheimer's Orange County, their mission is really to help support caregivers and individuals who are experiencing not only Alzheimer's, but dementia, related conditions, and just general brain health. So my role here at the village is really focused on helping caregivers and individuals who are experiencing, memory loss concerns, brain health questions, and really supporting them through that.
Okay, so it's collaboration, but are you employed with social services, or is it a collaboration?
So it's a collaboration. My position is fully funded by Alzheimer's Orange County, so there's no additional fee to our residents, but I get to collaborate and be here with the village.
She's here every day in our office.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Now, we do have a very big presence of Alzheimer's OC with Dan Daly and our Fit Brain Club, and so we do have that here, and that's great. Absolutely. So hopefully having you here can certainly address a lot of different things. Now, we did show a picture of you, and there was an article in the Breeze, and that talks a lot about what you will be doing, as well as how you guys handle various things through social services. Just give me a kind of a brief overview of the article.
So the article itself talks about what Jesse's going to be doing in particular, and since this article ran, we've had a lot of calls for the Mind Check program. That's something people are very interested in. Do you want to do a little?
Yeah, tell me what the Mind Check
is.
program is. That's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Mind Check is it's a no-cost service designed to provide a baseline of an individual and their current cognitive sort of awareness. So it's not a diagnosis of any kind, but it helps provide a baseline to individuals. Maybe they're having some questions, or maybe they're noticing some changes in their self or a loved one. It takes only about 15 minutes to complete, and then they have some information that they can follow up with their doctors on, and go back and kind of use that as a starting point for that conversation.
Well, you must also have an awful lot of questions regarding the latest treatments that are being tested and researched. So in regards to caregivers, how is it that you help them?
Absolutely. So a number of different ways, but really through education, information, and support. We say a lot of the times that caregivers really got thrown into this role. They might not have applied for it, they might not want it, but they're there. And so how can we help them better communicate? How can we help them manage some of those really stressful situations that they're encountering? One of the great resources too that we offer is a support group where really it brings caregivers together who are caring for loved ones with Alzheimer's, dementia, or related memory conditions. It's a very unique need and a unique condition, and so bringing that group together, allowing people to share what's worked for them, sharing their challenges, building that community, making sure that caregivers don't feel so alone. So that group meets twice a month, the second and fourth Wednesday of every month, currently over Zoom. So yeah, it's a lot of different great resources.
Well, you have your hands full. I mean, I think you definitely do, and so welcome. We're glad you're here with us. So Susan, tell me a little bit about this past year. I know that we had the holidays and there's a lot of giving during that time frame, but so kind of recap what's happening.
We're very fortunate. We had a lot of donations this holiday season. So Saddleback Church, Saddleback Memorial Care, the Kiwanis Club, Council on Aging, Smile Makers, and the biggest one always is our own foundation, the foundation.
Oh, that's great.
So we did a lot of helping people with grocery cards, and Visa cards, and stuff that people can use towards bills or groceries or whatever is needed. A lot of financial hardship the last few years.
Wow.
Yeah. So the foundation has always been the backbone of that program of being able to help our residents in need, and they've done another phenomenal year of helping.
That's great.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, you don't have to always do it around the holidays. You could do it anytime, right?
Right, yeah. The foundation is always taking donations. You'll see their flyers and their logo. They have the blue logo, and you can give donations right here in the community building.
Okay, perfect. And if anyone wanted information regarding social services, how should they get in touch with you guys?
They can always give us a call, email us, but the best probably is just give us a call. We're there.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you both, and welcome to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll be right back after this.
I'm so happy to recommend Dr. Fairman. I've been going to her for 9 years. She's done implants, crowns, bridges, root canals, and I've been happy with everything that she's done. The staff is so friendly and pleasant, kind, and gentle. I would recommend her to anyone.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the brilliant smile difference.
We are close to Gate 6 near Snooty Fox Restaurant behind Coco's.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Sunshine Lute and Dan Daly, who are here to talk to us about the Fit Brain Club. Well, welcome both of you to the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the invitation and allowing us to come on.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You guys always have great events that are going on. And, we talk to our social services department a lot, who work closely with you guys in helping our community. So this is awesome. So, Dan, you guys have a gentleman by the name of Ben Allen who's going to be coming to your next event. Tell me about him.
Great. Ben is made several appearances to the Fit Brain Club before, and he's a colleague of mine. He's a coordinator of the education department at Alzheimer's Orange County. So his topic will be sharpen your mind with tips, memory tips, and also brain teasers. So he'll be discussing various ways to improve the memory of the brain. And some of these tips will involve, like, he'll suggest perhaps learning a new language. And in doing so, you're going to the brain will generate new synapses and also new neurons. And that certainly will help the brain, and especially the memory. The other aspect that he'll talk about is not eating bad foods. Foods that are high in starch and in sugar are very toxic to the brain. They also create swings in your blood sugar levels, which again is not good for memory. And then he will also talk about getting a good night's sleep. And when you sleep, you're decreasing the levels of amyloid in the brain. And amyloid is not a good complementary substance in the brain.
Right.
And so those will be three of, I'm sure, numerous tips that he'll give regarding the memory.
Right.
Then
Well, that's
he'll
awesome.
also, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was just gonna say that's awesome. And I know that, like you said, you've had him on before, and he gives you, he doesn't just talk, it's actually interactive. So he has people in the audience participating, correct?
Right. And he's very interactive, and he's also very creative. And he also speaks from a personal viewpoint in the aspect that his wife, about 20 years ago, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So he's been, and he continues to be, a caregiver. So it's a valued asset to that family.
Yeah.
And he's also a valued asset to Alzheimer's Orange County. And I would like to add one brain teaser that he might throw into the mix. And it's as follows. A man pushes his car to a hotel and declares to the owner that he's bankrupt. Now, I'm asking you in Sunshine, why would he do that? This is my brain teaser to you.
So you're asking why he would push his car and
To a hotel.
instead of driving his car.
Right.
He's bankrupt, so he can't buy gas.
Right. Maybe he's looking for a place to stay for free.
Well, you're dancing around the edges, but the real answer is he's playing Monopoly.
That's funny. That's a good one. That's like a joke.
I like it.
That's a good one. Okay, so see, those are fun. I mean, those are great things. And then hopefully people will, dig deeper than I did.
Oh, well,
Sunshine, for that matter.
he will definitely get a response from the audience, believe me.
That's awesome. Well, he sounds great, and the event sounds super. Now, Sunshine, we've talked a lot about the Fit Brain Club in many aspects and how Alzheimer's OC, and then of course, we forgot to mention Adapt to It, who is also partnering with you guys now and provides refreshments. And
Correct.
Of course, she has a lot of things in her store that can help people assist with many things that might be needed. And so tell me overall, why did the Fit Brain Club come about?
Well, it started back in 2009, I believe. I'll have to look at the history for sure. But it was after we had done a benefit for Alzheimer's. And I said, we have all these lovely clubs here. We have so many people in this vicinity, in our village, that need help. And why don't we start a club to help them? And so that's how it started. At that point in time, Lynn Melanet was the person that I worked with, and she was a joy to work with. And she invited us to, it was the day before their annual Christmas celebration, which is an open house. And so we went there and discussed it, and we got all excited about it happening, and it actually happened.
Great.
So it's gone through some name changes since then, but I like our latest name. I really do. That actually was a suggestion from some of the people at Alzheimer's OC. They said, would you like to change the name? I said, I've thought about it many times because Alzheimer's is so off-putting to people, whereas everyone wants to keep their brain healthy. And so we had several versions of that, and I picked this one. So.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, the event is January 10th, and it's at the usual spot, right? Clubhouse 1 Art Room.
Clubhouse
Right.
1, the Art Room. And so everybody, and it's free. So people can just come and sign in with their information and enjoy the treats that Adapt to It will provide. and enjoy learning how to keep their brain fit.
Right. You know, let me ask you something, Dan. You know, Sunshine does a lot of other things with her performance club, and she, you know, does songs and stories and things like that. How does that help people with Alzheimer's?
Well, actually, there's a strong correlation between memory loss and music. I'll give you an example. I remember seeing a video clip about 3 years ago, and there was a social worker back in New Jersey, and he was working with elderly people who had Alzheimer's and severe memory loss. And there was one gentleman who hadn't spoken to anybody in like 5 years. And so they put a headset on him and he was running some music. And all of a sudden, the man became very animated. And one of his favorite singers was, and band leaders was Duke Ellington. Well, Duke Ellington was playing an old time favorite, and this guy started to move and animated, and he's rocking his head back and forth. And then he started to talk. He's saying Duke is the best.
Wow.
So that's where the correlation is very strong with music.
That is great. And then, of course, you know, Sunshine, you've got what's called Let's Celebrate, which is a Zoom presentation that you gave, and it's now airing on Village Television.
By the time this is, anyway, yes. And the next thing we're going to do is my husband and I and a wonderful piano player did a show in 2019 in the Performing Arts Center. It was called An Evening of Song.
Oh, okay. Now that's going to start airing in January, right?
Yes, that's going to be on every Thursday night at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So we're so happy and proud to share that.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. I mean, I think that's great that you guys are able to help the community with all the things that you do for all the folks with dementia and Alzheimer's. So we appreciate you telling us about the next event. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you, Lisa. And again, thank you for your hospitality.
You're welcome. All right.
And you know what? Shortly, we'll be doing another show for Valentine's Day. We're going to be preparing that in the middle of January, so we'll have it all ready for February.
Well, of course you are, Sunshine. You wouldn't have 1 month without a song. All right. We'll be right back after this.
Beautiful weather is here, and nothing should stop you from getting outside and doing what you love with who you love, especially arthritic pain and fibromyalgia. At OC Vitality Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine, our experienced and compassionate doctors offer innovative and personalized medical solutions to treat your pain and stiffness. We're conveniently located right next to the Laguna Woods Community Center.
I'm Dr. Dimitri Gruwer. Give us a call today to see how we can help you get out of pain and get back to living.
Setting resolutions can help you get off to a good start in 2022. A new year can be the beginning of you making changes and living the way you've always wanted. The beginning of finally achieving all the goals and desires that you have. The common hopes many have every January 1st include getting fit, increasing finances, finding love, dealing with less stress, and achieving happiness. If 2021 wasn't great for you, let that motivate you even more to make 2022 the best year ever. I found several ideas for New Year's resolutions. Some are familiar and others you may not have thought of. So here goes. Eat food that makes you well. Food can help you have more energy and make you happier. Foods can also slow you down and put you in a bad mood. Learn the foods that are best for you to eat to feel your best. Talk to your doctor. to know the best things you can eat for your wellness. Follow a consistent sleep schedule. There are many benefits to following a consistent sleep schedule. According to health.gov, these are some of the top ones. Reduce your stress, improve your mood, and have clearer thinking. Learn some good tips from the Sleep Foundation. Be more present. You can't change what happened in the past. You also can't completely control what happens in the future. What you can do is focus on being more present. Choose to do things now that help prepare for the moments in the future. Making to-do lists, for example, can help you have a more productive day. Another form of being in the present is expressing gratitude. Practice regularly thinking of all the things you are thankful for in life. Gratitude has proven to make us happier. Focus on the good things going on for you right now. Lastly, consider looking into meditation and mindfulness. These are good ways to relax and be more present. Spend time alone, self-care. Alone time gives you a moment to practice self-reflection. Putting yourself in a quiet space to think might lead you to some deeper answers. You may discover what you truly want in life. Self-care is an opportunity for you to do self-care journaling, autogenic training, and writing affirmations. Start a workout routine. Exercise, as always, is usually on a lot of people's list of goals for the new year. I hope these resolutions will help you have a great 2022. Happy New Year. We'll be right back.
Well, it looks like Lisa took about all of my time for today, so I'm just going to take you outside real quick and we'll see what the weather's like for this wonderful, beautiful day here. It's a beautiful day for our first Monday in January of 2022. It's actually going to be pretty chilly throughout the day, and overnights, as you can see, are going to be in the high 30s and then low 40s as we get on through the week. Looks like Thursday is going to be the most beautiful day of the week, but looking at temperatures well into the low 60s and then even some 30s overnight. So beautiful weather, though. Very fortunate to be here in Southern California. As you can see, beautiful snow out in the mountains. Well, be sure and join me tomorrow. We're going to have Jeff Parker here, and he's going to give us an update as to, what's going on in our community. We're going to have some trash talk as well. We spoke about that last week, and then we'll be talking about the year 2022 with him. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. I'm Paul Ortiz, and we'll see you again next time.